Guess what the man did? He jumped the ring. Come on.
I can't come and kill myself.
He said he won't risk it. He don't risk it.
I can't come and kill my... Look, just to conclude this, if you're watching us, do a quick Google search of Gerald McClellan. Boxing heads will know the name. They know the story. But for those who don't, everything he is today, today he's 80% deaf.
Wow.
He cannot see. He cannot move without assistance. So he's perpetually confined to the wheelchair that he sits in, and then he gets supported. His coordination is completely gone. So he's not himself again. And it was all because of one bout. One punch he took. So, and the thing is that the sort of contact, and you see, you can, no matter how protective you are of your face and your body, you can never really be able to determine where that punch lands.
Where that punch lands. And even with the gloves,
and the sort of contacts it makes.
Yeah.
You see, it can glaze the head. It can glaze your chin and all of that. And the damage may not be severe.
Yeah.
But people always walk into hooks, left hooks, uppercuts, and all of that. And they don't do that deliberately.
Yeah.
Everybody's default disposition in the ring is to get away from a punch.
Yeah, get away from the punch.
And in the process, you might walk in.
And it flex the heaviest punch on the other. So, man, it's wild. I mean, I'm just looking at that video, and it's living rent-free in my mind, and I'm like, no. Hey, can you imagine?
See, do you remember the Joshua Clote interview?
I wonder how her mother is.
Do you remember the Joshua Clote interview where he said, boxing? Nah.
He will
never allow his children.
He will never allow
No,
man, Charlie. Anyway, guys, this is Prime Sports Extra, and welcome on board is the aftermath, about 24 hours or so after the Black Stars gave us what they gave us with Barbara Sports Stadium. It's been 24 years since we last lost a game at the Barbara Sports Stadium, but it happened. It was Angola who gave us that. I don't think it was a shocker because there are people who saw it coming based on the performance that Angola had been on, but there were those who didn't see it coming at all. And for those who didn't see it coming at all and ended up invading the pitch after the game, well, the Deputy National Sports, National Sports Authority Director says those who invaded the pitch are actually betting addicts. He says they are betting addicts. That's why they invaded the pitch. And it's not because of any passion. One could try betting and we lose to bet. But the big conversation has been the fact that we'll come to that. We'll come to that. I know, we'll come to that. The big conversation has been the state of the pitch and how the pitch affected the Black Stars' flow of play, and that has generated so much debate, all right? However, there was a big promise prior to the game that the pitch was going to be in the best of shape. So big promise. The National Sports Authority Director in the Ashanti region promised it that the pitch will be ready, so nobody should worry at all. The board member of the National Sports Authority on GTV Sports Plus made that promise. But at the end of the day, my goodness, this is what we saw. So we're going to spend some time to talk about it. The Ghana Premier League is also happening today. We'll get to talk about all of that. So please do stay with us. And yeah, we're going to be back very shortly. But before we take the break, watch this. This was his demeanor. This is what he had to say. Just him, the blame goes to Otuado for making late changes. And he believes that because CAF approved the pitch, it was okay to be played on. But not just Angola, who even won the game. Their coach complained about the state of the pitch. He gave a very, very damning, verdict about the pitch. He says a country like Ghana deserves better pitches because they hold Ghana in such high esteem. Such high esteem. And for them to come and see that this is the best pitch we have in the entire country, it was a shocker to them. The coach, Otuado, complained about the pitch. But look at what the National Sports Authority Deputy Director says to us. As they suggesting that the Angolans, the Angolans played in the sky. When they asked him why the pitch was in such a terrible state and trying to get him to understand that the state of the pitch contributed to the loss of the Black Stars, he is asking Ghanaians that Did the Angolans play in the sky? Because the Angolans won. Did they play in the sky? You say this, the Ghanaian people. And you know what makes this even more insulting? It's because of what they said before the game. This is a board member. Listen to a board member of the National Sports Authority on GTV Sports Plus. When he was asked, will the pitch be ready? Remember, the Angolans who won the game complained about the pitch. The Black Stars complained about the pitch. Everybody saw the pitch was bad. All right? Then he asked us, did the Angolans play in the sky? Meaning the pitch was okay. Even after everybody has complained about the pitch. But look at the assurance they gave us before the game. This was in August, before the game. Listen to the board member of the National Sports Authority. The assurance they gave us. Everything will be perfect. Listen to him.
It will be a suicidal thing. I think your concerns were when the place was given out for a program.
Yeah, no, it's understandable.
Yeah. So
but they didn't take.
So I had to review their recovery plan, and I think they are right on track. I had an update yesterday and this morning from Kumasi, and I think all hands are on desk and to meet the deadline. I think in a few days' time the pitch should be in 200% perfect condition, for the game.
But the other ancillary facilities, floodlights, media boxes.
No, for the floodlight, media boxes, and all those things has been sorted. As of yesterday, Kelvin, the contractor, was also at the site, to put some finishing to the media center, the press center.
He didn't say it will be 100% complete. He said it will be 200% complete. Not 100, 200%. That is perfecto, super perfecto. But Ghanaians, you watch the game, what kind of credit? The pitch you saw, was it 200% complete? So what is it? What is it with this is the board chairman of the National Sports Authority and the deputy, director of the National Sports Authority you heard earlier, asking us that did the Angolans play in the sky? Achu, did the Angolans play in the sky?
Good morning, people of God. Let's go into our Bibles. Proverbs 6:16-19. There are 6 things the Lord hates, 7 that are detestable to him. And it goes on to list the things. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked schemes, feet that are quick to rush into evil, a false witness who pours out lies, and a person who stirs up conflict in the community. 6 things that the Lord hates. Lying appears twice. First, it says a lying tongue and a false witness who pours out lies. Seth Pound, the NSA board chair that we just watched, he lied.
He said 200%. That was
He said it would be ready, he lied.
Yep.
But see, the problem is not because he can't lie. Seto in Yawa be that. You don't know the job. That is a bigger problem. Seto, your Yawa be say the job, no, you don't know the job. You don't go feed do.
You don't know the job. You don't get kappa.
You don't get kappa. Thank you. You don't get kappa. Because...
And talking of kappa, all right, guys, remember that the best source of kappa is Kivo Gari mix.
Yes.
Kivo Gari mix. You don't get Kivo. You know they chop Kivo.
You know they chop Kivo.
You know they chop Kivo.
Seto, you know be new boy for the NSA.
You know they chop Kivo.
Seto be part of Kojo Bajima in board since 2016. He's been a board member of the NSA, where he was, in fact, at the time, 2021, be the time they make him board chairman of the NSA. At that time, he was Dr. Mahmoud Baumia in technical advisor, where then promote him from being a board member into board chairman. So he has seen firsthand how our facilities have been managed. He has seen firsthand how we have scrambled to get our facilities to meet the CAF standards.
Yeah.
So he's been exposed to it. He should have a fair knowledge of what a CAF-approved pitch should look like.
Yeah.
But the reason I say Seto be incompetent, you see, he said some things that were pretty damning. He probably didn't know he was going to hang himself there. He says, I have reviewed their recovery plan. Now, he was talking about the efforts to restore the playing surface into something decent because they had rented out the playing surface to
It was a
WF
crusade
some
stuff.
gospel crusade be for a whole week, put some heavy metal equipment, cars on the tartan tracks and stuff. People were jumping and dancing on. The way
We saw it. I mean, it was viral. We saw the state of the pitch, terrible state.
But to their folly, they did not cover the pitch. So that's what he was referring to, that he has seen their recovery plan and that they are on course to finish it in 2 weeks. Nobody who is a pitch maintenance expert, who knows the licensing regime at CAF and FIFA and knows the standards that they want pitches to be at, nobody with such knowledge, even with basic knowledge, will be convinced if you tell them that within 2 weeks, and you see, this, when they finished, the Babaya pitch was grassless. You know, we say, pitch day, it looks good, but it left small, then you go catch CAF or FIFA standard, then you go can't talk, say, okay, this be the plan, then show us.
The pitch died, the grass died.
The pitch no day.
Died, that thing died.
You see the way, if you carry cattle, make them go graze on the playing surface, right? The way it would look like after grazing. That's what the Babaya Stadium playing surface looked like. So when he said that, oh, he has seen the recovery plan, it was not just the fact that he was lying. That was the bigger problem. It was the fact that he did not, and you see, there are two issues here for me. Seth either lied to us because he either knew that the facility could not be restored in 2 weeks, and so he lied, or he didn't know.
He didn't know
what a CAF standard pitch looks like.
And while we are on this conversation, remember, we want to hear from you also. We want to hear from you. So send us your WhatsApp message, because this morning, they can't shake people them out, because people know they do them a job. People know they do them a job. They come and sit on TV and rattle, speak grammar.
And see, for me,
they don't do their job. And I understand that this conversation is heavy on X, formerly Twitter, heavy. So we're picking some of the comments from there very shortly. But also send us your SMS messages, your WhatsApp messages.
It is, you've put someone that who 7 years, he still doesn't know what a FIFA or CAF standard pitch looks like. He's Onime Juman, he can't do, give him 20 years, he will not be able to do the job. He's incompetent. Sack him. President Akufo-Addo, Bahubali, Dr. Baumia, sack him. Seto, sack him. He's disgracing us.
He's not doing
and you
it
see, this knee-jerk reaction where the nonsense that's Majid Bawa. We hear today is his birthday. Happy birthday to you, Majid Bawa, by the way. The nonsense that he came to say on Asempa. You claim that the facility is CAF certified also, is good, and so we shouldn't be talking. Less than 2 hours later, by the time I got down from the flight, if the facility meets standards, why have you closed it?
Why have you not opened it for Asante Kotoko and other GPL clubs?
Next weekend, Kotoko are playing their first league.
You've closed it for a whole month.
Next weekend, Kotoko are playing their first league game at home. They should have that facility if you say that it meets standards. And you see, for me, it is not just the fact that they cannot maintain these facilities. It's the fact that even in times of crisis, their crisis communication methods are so horrible. And you see, it all stems from the fact that you have the wrong people in the job. So in times like this, they should have left the communication to our brother Charles Amufa and the guys at the PRE, because they are trained for that. Me, as I sit here, I'm not a communications expert. Whatever I studied in school, that is theory, right? I have not exposed those methods or principles to real-life scenarios to have attained a degree of success, right? At this level, for me to then say that, oh, I am qualified to communicate on these matters on behalf of an entity or brand to manage the communication in crisis times. It is communication.
The point is that Majid Bawa didn't speak well.
Because he's not the one who should even be speaking for them. There are people who are paid to do that. But you are forcing them to become yes men. You are trying to shoehorn them into an area where they shouldn't be. Known people like Charles Amufa, they won't stand for that.
You won't go and tell, oh, did they play in the sky? You can make your points that, oh, maybe yes, the pitch, might have contributed. You think maybe if Otuado, don't pass such skating comments. And you see, did they play in the sky?
You see,
does anybody play football in the sky?
Well, I was in the press conference after the game. Otuado himself admitted that we could have perhaps been a bit compact. He said, the record of because we asked him the questions.
Yeah.
We weren't happy
The
with
technical questions were asked him.
We
and he
asked him
admitted.
that your team has now conceded goals in 8 consecutive games. You've conceded 15 goals. And he said he's aware.
Yeah.
He knows that defensively we are not great. And he says there are issues. And for example, the goal that we conceded, if the entire team presses, at the time the turnover happened and then we lost possession, if the entire team presses, the spaces become a bit more compact. We get closer to our opponents. The chances of them having the time to create the chance, the manner in which they did, would reduce. Perhaps you get to deal with that. And so this is what they are doing. And to be fair to Otuado, one of the things he's tried to do is that he's now sticking to one centre-back partnership. Now, in the year before Otuado got the job, the Black Stars under Chris Hughton used 7 different centre-back partnerships. 7 different centre-back partnerships, including variations of back three and all of that. Until that injury to Alexander Juku, Otuado has been consistent with this. So he even admits that there are issues. And he said it's that they know that they have to do better and that the performance in the first half was not great. We realize that. We are saying to you that your job or your failure to do your job greatly impaired the capacity of the Black Stars to put on a good show.
Yeah, that's true. So the point is that, look, the point here is that everybody must take responsibility for their part. The attempt to shirk that responsibility is unacceptable. Otuado accepts responsibility for the technical part, where he talks about the players not defending well, etc. He takes responsibility for that. Take responsibility that you couldn't get the pitch in the best of shape. We see the kind of take-ons and how easily, Mohamed Kudus plays his football, how easy Thomas Partey is able to string the passes. Still found it difficult. They were only able to come into the game in the second half. So they changed their tactics, not stringing many passes and just trying to a few passes direct. And be very direct. We saw all of that. But
even
let's try and pick some comment from what do you call it? Let's be very, very circumspect about some of the comments. Some people are very, very, very harsh in their comments. So we can see it. This one said a laughing emoji from Gidi Godo. He says he knows that Akufo-Addo supports nonsense. Okay, that's why he said Ghana is a joke of a country elsewhere. From the moment he said that, he should be sacked. He said typical Ghanaian response to criticism. Is there a person in government institution that has the guts to say this after what we all saw on national television?
Ghana cast indeed.
He said this is not a fair comment. Was he happy with the pitch? He should have been. He shouldn't have been talking about. He should have been talking about what the NSA is doing to fix the stadium to meet international standards instead of seeking to justify in a serious country this man will be resigning. So that's some comment about it. And this one said, this matter, well, what does the word professional player or pro mean? I thought you practice for every possible situation that comes your way. Okay. He has a point, though. Black Stars just play the same disorganized ball as usual. The pitch there is no good, but you can't blame your defeat on that. Some of these players played on worse pitches when they were unknown. We have to accept that the Black Stars is no more the same of old. Okay, we can't sell the country, obviously. Lord, I've given up, even if it's all... okay, interesting. As leaders, we expect some form of leadership and accountability from you, your end. You don't throw jibes at stakeholders who want the best outcome for everyone. This one says, this man is really insulting. Who managed to get him for the love of our national team to watch the game yesterday? So funny to have this man. Okay, so a few more comments there. We don't like the insulting part, so let's just come back. But let's pick some WhatsApp messages and let's see how we can...
Are the Zoomers not ready?
We'll try and connect with the Zoomers very shortly. All right, we can drop the what do you call it? The Twitter page now. And if the WhatsApp is ready, let's do that. Okay. Okay, the WhatsApp seems ready. We'll try and bring it on the screen now.
While we wait
shortly.
for that,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw the 6-second clip Samuel Bartels posted on Twitter of the goal. So at the time, Zito Luvumbo whipped in that cross. A microsecond before the ball gets to where Mumin is stationed, waiting for that, because the ball was heading towards him.
Yeah.
The ball takes an awkward bounce. And in trying to adjust his body, Mumin sort of gets stuck into the ground. His feet gets stuck. And so his coordination at that time is a bit clumsy, which invariably affects the sort of contacts that he could have made. I mean, on a normal day, he clears that ball out.
There's no questions that the pitch indeed affected how the Black Stars played. And if the pitch was in a better shape, the Black Stars would have fared better. And there are those who make the argument that, well, even Otuado made the argument, and that's why Otuado doesn't want to completely, put the blame on the pitch, because he said against Central African Republic, they played on a similar poor pitch, but they got the win, 4-3, it ended. But we've seen the Black Stars. Some also say, well, Black Stars have played on worse pitch. At the AFCON, they played on better pitches, and they still lost games. But we cannot run away from the fact that the pitch was not in the best of shape, and we need it fixed. There are those who have even said that the Black Stars, possibly Ghana, possibly need to be banned, and CAF has pampered us for too long. Banned from playing in Ghana because we don't have a FIFA standard pitch. We should be
but they are the
taken to Ivory
biggest
Coast.
problem in all of this.
You know,
CAF are the
yeah,
biggest.
because like
if
we've
you
been
look at
pampered.
if you look at the pitch in Niger, that CAF has said does not meet standard, so we should go and play in Morocco. And you compare that to the Baba one, it looks better than the one at Baba.
Yeah, we've just been pampered, and maybe that's the awakening we need for the Black Stars to play a home game away from Ghana. When it happens, maybe people will see the shame, the embarrassment,
Musbao,
and the need to fix things.
It wouldn't change anything. You know why?
Maybe we need it. We needed to see the reaction.
No.
Because for me, I seriously believe that if Black Stars play a home game away, then we are playing a home game, then we are all watching from Ivory Coast. You will see.
No, you see, people,
you see the shame.
The outrage will be there. The shame will be there.
Yeah.
But it won't enter the Jubilee House.
To be very fair,
it won't enter the NSA boardroom.
Look, to be fair, I differ, because I think that one of the things our leaders don't like is shame. They don't like the moment shame happens, they would find a way to cover their shame.
You know what they like more than...
They don't like shame.
You know what
they
will
like find a way to cover their shame.
You know what they like more than their dislike for shame? Money. If the Black Stars have to play away, it means more money because you are paying more per diems, because the winning bonuses are bigger, because air tickets, hotels, and essentially procurement.
I mean, they can still make that same money from fixing the pitch. They can still make that same money, because if you have to, because look, someone says what needs to be done to the Barbara Sports Stadium. Look, we don't need the grass to grow again. We need to plant we need to regrass it, completely regrass Babayara. That pitch is not come 2008 grass where it's still there. We need to remove it. Remove it. If you look at some of the clubs, you go Arsenal and some of these top clubs, after every season, they regrass. They grass, and not to say new carpet grass, they have a go.
But you see, last word to the Black Stars.
Yeah.
We have been mindful of how to criticize you in these circumstances, even though we didn't like it. And we told you we didn't like it. I told Otuado.
Yeah.
He admitted it. Let that admission reflect in what you do in Morocco.
That be the matter. If
Morocco,
you go Morocco, where you go mess up.
Yes.
This one will come and ask us, did you play in the sky?
Morocco, as bad as the pitch will be, that is assuming it is bad.
Of course, Morocco, they will not be bad.
But
Morocco,
assuming,
you know Morocco.
But
it will be bad.
Assuming it is bad.
But the matter we say, then go Morocco, when they no go mess up.
That be, assuming it is bad, it won't be as bad as, it won't be Babayara kind of bad.
No, it will not be bad.
So you are going to play on a better playing surface.
Yeah.
Take away every question from your doubters.
Sharp.
Even if people had not that, forget about what Majid Bawa, forget about the pitch.
Yeah.
Even if you played on a good pitch, you still lost. You owe it to Ghanaians to make amends. Get a result, get back on track.
Sharp.
Thankfully for all of us, our destiny is still in our hands. It's only match day one.
Match day one.
So nothing's spoiled. Yeah. Ghanaians are not panicking.
So, Charlie,
you are not under pressure. Go and do your job.
Black Stars, you then this year on Tuesday. Matter we talk, we take give pitch.
Easy.
We don't fire you. We don't say, Charlie, Jordan, you for pass the ball. No, we take give pitch. You go Morocco, you go mess up. I said, I can't say you.
That one, the shackles will be off.
Yeah, I can't say you. You see, trainer scout today. We don't. You don't have trainer scout. It goes for you. But have you got some WhatsApp comment? If you haven't, please do send them, and we'll love to hear from you on the Black Stars and what you think about it. Okay, some WhatsApp comment. Okay, we're gonna have them just behind us very shortly. We see so many of you interested
some of the
in the conversation,
and
we'll try and.
While we wait for the WhatsApp messages,
yeah.
We also need to advise some of our brothers in Kumasi.
Okay, we have some of them on our screens here. So actually they are behind you, but don't worry, I will not stress you much. So say good morning. If history repeats itself, it could be bad news for Ghana. As the last time Morocco hosted the African Cup of Nations, Ghana failed to qualify. Additionally, the pitch invaders are not simply bet addicts, but rather passionate and dedicated fans who love their country, Ghana, deeply. They are frustrated with the lack of accountability in the use of taxpayers' money and feel compelled to express their discontent in this way. Wishing Black Stars good luck in their next game. You didn't bring your name. Can you guys find a way to just maybe, just size up so that I could fit the screen a bit because we can see it's blocked here. Okay. This one says, Tony watching live from Lagos, Nigeria. Oh, nice. Thank you, Tony, for joining us. Tony, okay. Nigeria have got a game today against Benin. Okay, we've got it behind us now. They've got a game against Benin. And Charlie, Nigeria people, they laugh with small say, we chop L. But no wahala. We go see what's up. And get game plus Nigeria, Benin. But they are struggling with coach. Nigeria, my coach, and they've gone to Egovon. They've gone to Egovon. I said they go for some Portuguese coach.
German manager, wait,
Charlie. The man say, nah, I know come.
No, come.
But let's see this. Is it Tony watching live from Lagos, Nigeria? Bad leadership killing our sport. They knew what's right, but corruption will let them fix it. I'm a Nigerian. Same things happen here in Nigeria.
Africa is a country.
I'm telling you, man. So this man is still walking around with his position. Hey, nah, this man should not only be stabbed, but only punished for saying what he says. Pharisee from E-Town. Okay. This one says, I'm Richmond from Oti. Please ask the board member that how many of the Angolans play in Europe. Well, quite a number of them actually play in Europe. We have players in France.
Momo plays for Cagliari. Freddie plays for Lecce. That centre-back was wearing the same jersey as well. So they've got,
some of them even playing in Lyon and Lille. So.
And it's not even about where they play.
Yeah.
The manager, nobody asked him about the state of the pitch. At some point, Pedro Gonçalves, the Angolan, at some point in the presser, he paused and said, look, but I need to say this. For a country like Ghana, you deserve a better playing.
Well, hello, good morning to you all. I don't know what Curtin is bored about our stadium. Why are we focused on just the pitch? It's the whole stadium. Let's renovate the whole stadium. Let's clear our players are back.
Kurt and the FA are not responsible for the stadium.
They have nothing to do with the stadium.
It's the NSA, National Sports Authority.
Is that in as much as we need win, we shouldn't forget that these guys, players, this is the work they do for a living. And my career, all in the name of service. This kind of persons, okay, you won't say that the Black Stars, none of the Black Stars will sacrifice their career to come and play on such a pitch. He said the problem of Ghana is that they don't know their problem. One says our style of calling players for the national team. Some say the pitch for national team match is bad. Some say the FA ways of selecting players is not good. Some say the players are not committed. So which is which? Malaji JT from Sinyane. JT, it is all of which. I think the people from CAF who inspected the pitch and approved it must seriously be questioned. I don't want to think they were sorted to approve it.
Ubuntu, good to have you back.
Okay. This one's my brother. Is that how to speak as a leader, even if they didn't play well, he says. Interesting. Greetings to everyone. Okay, can you open that message for us? Greetings to everyone. It says what? Okay, to everyone and who is doing the listening. Okay. See, this is not a matter of the pitch. The style the players are even playing is so boring, too slow. See, they have to go to Kotoko and other teams to get players there to form a team. Because the senior team, all of them are playing outside, so they don't want to be injured. Texting from Northeast. Okay, we'll see.
Hey, Brad.
Okay, another one. Have you got another one here? This one says what? Good morning. I don't think we have leaders in this country. Looking at the pitch we played on, we want the Stars to play like they are in Europe. We are not serious as a country. I'm K. Ajiban. From
Ejabin
from Ablekuma. All right, please, can you petition CAF never to allow us to play Ababayara till proper things are done? If not, the CAF itself is a problem. Yeah, right now we are beginning to ask CAF, Charlie, CAF, what's up? You can't see the thing, you see the thing. Apparently they sent pictures to CAF.
Yeah.
And they give them some nice wide
distance views,
wide shot. Then CAF say, hey, let me see inside. And they went to the better place.
CAF to the Nshan. These are things you should not be relying on visuals.
Yeah.
You need someone on the ground.
Because
apparently you can see a green field full of weeds.
But Charlie, NSA then get settings wrong. Then say before the match, then give you some nice shots.
Then spray
nice shots.
The grass.
Charlie, the grass, it look like
then defraud we.
No.
Then defraud we, then defraud CAF.
Hello, watching from Kumasi. Thank you for watching in from Kumasi. This one says, I'm watching you live from the Netherlands. Wow, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate you. I'm Gideon. If he says the pitch invaders are bet addicts, you should know better that we could monitor our bet list from home, not to come and buy tickets to watch the match. It's purely passion, bro. Okay. Hello, boss. Good morning. I'm KG, watching you live from Bruce Electricals. Keep the fire burning this morning, please. Give us more updates, Barcelona. All right.
International break.
International break. We're on international break. So, Charlie, Barca, they are resting. I need you from Asante Agona, please. I think they just don't want to get injured. Okay, we're talking about the players. All right, we'll get to pick more comments very, very shortly. Okay, we'll get to pick more comments very shortly. But we mentioned the Ghana Premier League returns today. A few games are happening. And guess what? One of the games I'm excited about is the game happening in Kaswa. For the very first time, Ghana Premier League football is coming to Kaswa.
Yeah.
What's the name of the pitch? Is what? Is it Dubu Park or something like that? Well, that's when Dreams FC and Summertex are playing.
Yeah.
And I think, look, what do you call it?
And it's a season opener.
Yeah. So you guys can pause this image so we can just go through the fixtures. Just pause it for us. Okay, so those are the games happening today. Dreams FC will play Summertex, the Premier League champions. They are looking to begin their campaign on a very good note.
Yeah.
And after that, is that Legon Cities I'm seeing behind me? Vision FC will play. So
2 games today.
They mentioned the game is going to happen at the Crash Sports Stadium. Is it really going to happen at the Crash Sports Stadium or in Kaswa? Okay, whatever be the case, we'll see. Vision FC will play Brecum Chelsea. Then Heart of Oak will play Basake Holy Stars on Sunday. As we have released their new jersey.
Yeah.
So much talk about it, but it's really normal.
The thing about Hearts of Oak is that they can never go wrong with their colors.
Charlie,
Like,
chill.
You got,
Actually, if Chachu's going to talk about Hearts of
your
Oak,
team doesn't have a nice jersey, so you are jealousy. Jealousy.
It's okay. But what I like the other jersey. Is it the away one, the white one, then they had the oak tree in the middle. Yeah. I like it. I like that one. Yeah.
You see, in the end, you like it.
I like that one. The other one, it be normal.
But that's their original colors, actually.
Yeah, but I mean normal. There's nothing gritty about it. I like the oak one. Yeah, Santraman will play Young. Karela will play Asante Kotoko.
Sheriga.
Yeah, I mean, it's an AstroTurf in the Northeast region. They'll play there. Ediana and Heart of Lions and Gold Stars and Legon Cities, Nations FC and Bechim United, Midiama, and of course Accra Lions. So those are the games happening. You can make time and watch it. Ghana Premier League returns. We're waiting to see where the games will be live on. Fortunately, they finally got some local TV stations to show them. Of course, Joy Prime is not showing them. We'll bring you more update in our subsequent bulletins. Away from that, though, there's an interesting debate that I came across. Guys, have you got the video? The Premier League best coach that the coaches were speaking about. You should check Naswan Journeys, all right? It's in free range.
Please, you can't find the file.
I just give you the link. Naswan Journeys, free range, okay? Check it. It should be there, all right? Guess what?
Please, producer, don't find it.
Please find it. Look, I listened to the coaches talk about the best coach in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And I listened to how they said it, and you could tell that people can hardly depart from their bias.
No.
Lopetegui
They can't.
aligned with his Spanish boss, Spanish brother.
Yeah.
Arteta found a nice way to align with everybody.
Yeah.
Then you had Fulham coach, what's his name? Silva, right?
Marco Silva.
Found a way to align with his native man from Portugal. Then they went to Eddie Howe, Newcastle.
Yeah.
So aligned with his man.
Yeah.
Eddie Howe said,
it's called being politically correct.
yeah, being politically correct, you know. But, my goodness. Look, Charlie.
But beyond those...
You see what, the reason why I'm doing is because whether you like it or not, each of the coaches have had an excellent era. The era of Sir Alex Ferguson is impeccable.
No. Musbah.
Right?
Musbah,
but then you can also undermine what Jose Mourinho came to do
Musbah,
in his time.
Don't do this.
He came to break a certain, hold on the Premier League. A hold on the Premier League that Sir Alex Ferguson had. It was absolutely within that time that
it's actually Ferguson and Wenger.
And Wenger at the time.
See,
and Mourinho out of nowhere managed to break that duopoly. If I wasn't even a duopoly, because Arsenal, just within a period of time that they were competing, came to break that and establish himself in a very incredible. You can't undermine that.
2 league titles.
But then you also talk about the era that Pep Guardiola is having. It's Charlie.
Look,
Charlie.
Musbah.
Look. So so for me, I think talking about the best Premier League coach ever, of course, you want to talk about it, the era of Sir Alex Ferguson. But the big question is, if Sir Alex Ferguson was still coaching now, will Pep have the kind of dominance he's having? Or if
Ferguson,
relax. If Sir Alex Ferguson, all right, at the time he was coaching and the period which he had his dominance, if Pep, the current Pep, was there will Ferguson have been able to have the dominance he had at the time?
You would never know because at that time Pep was doing his coaching.
No. So that's what I'm saying. So it's a hypothetical
Mourinho,
situation.
yeah.
It's a hypothetical, all right? Of course, realistically, it can happen, but it's hypothetical.
For me.
So if you look at what Pep is doing now,
Yeah.
okay, and you look at what Ferguson did, if Ferguson was still coaching now, hypothetically, do you think the Ferguson would have been able to compete against Pep and broken Pep's
There are
dominance?
two managers in the world.
And would Pep have been able to do same?
There are two managers in the history of the game who you can never and should never question, because they have proven themselves to be time relevant across multiple generations and across multiple tactical, technical evolutions of the game. Ferguson and Ancelotti, until their retirements, they went through the typical English old school football era to when Wenger came and revolutionized the game, introduced a more scientific feel to the games. All of the sports science, lifestyle, and all of that Wenger brought to the game. It still stayed relevant, and actually, not just relevant, bossed Wenger to that game. Mourinho came. Mourinho was successful for 2 years, and then Fergie again beat him to that game. Mourinho got fired. Fergie stayed relevant and successful. You had Rafa Benitez and all of these managers across that period. Ancelotti, same. Parma, Juventus, Milan, Chelsea, Real Madrid, back to Real Madrid. They are two managers who there can never be any question about their adaptability and their capacity to adjust. No. In terms of the Premier League managerial conversation, there are two who sit above everyone else. Sir Alex Ferguson, obviously, the greatest for everything that he did, the most successful. Wenger, because he's had the biggest influence in English game, in the history of the English game. Everything good you see about the English game today, as I've said, came from Wenger. We've had modifications and all of that, but there was an era where alcoholism and drinking was a big part of the English game. Wenger was the guy who came in and sanitized the game, so to speak of, and all of that. So those two are head and shoulders above the rest, right?
All right, look.
Maybe after them, you will then talk about Pep because of the success he's had.
So after Ferguson, you talk about Wenger, then you can talk about Pep.
Yeah.
Now, we want to take a quick break. When we'll come back, we will definitely conclude this conversation because I think what Pep is doing now. Mention Kenny English. Guys, look, we have some few minutes to wrap up, but we would love to hear your comments on this one. What are you know, the greatest Premier League manager? All right, where you align with? But I just think that what Pep has done is really up there, absolutely really up there. All right, and you can put Pep in a wider conversation of some of the greatest managers of all time because he's done it across 3 different, top flights. Done it in Germany, did it in Spain, done it in England. And in England, at the time that he had, possibly Tuchel was there, Klopp was there, even Mourinho came in at the time. He still dominated.
Watched Mourinho.
Oh, Charlie.
And I'm not comfortable when people mention Tuchel in these conversations.
I said he was there.
Yeah, but he's not someone who is a Premier League great or has been
He
a
was
great
there,
manager.
and Pep won the league while he was there.
Tuchel, in all he's done, has France, where PSG enjoys monopoly anyway. Tuchel has not left his imprint on any domestic league anywhere.
I won't allow any Tuchel. And what is that? Correct coach, Champions League winner. You are done with the show.
Same as Roberto Di Matteo.
Hey, Matteo, 3 months, 4 months. GDs. Hasselhoff is playing. So, Charlie, Casper Stadium tomorrow for 10 out big time. And Kotoko, also fans, Kotoko and Karela, big game coming up. So 10 up, all right? We're going to be back same time next week. Please do stay tuned to Joy Prime. Thank you so much for being part of the show. All of these who send us comment. And, of course, we'll make time to read it more. Hopefully, next weekend, football
resumes,
right?
Yeah.
We'll have a lot to talk about. Achu, Charlie?
Been a pleasure, my brother.
We'll be back, guys. Please do take